Dave Martinez, Sandi National Labs. We have 4 data centers, approximately 110,000 square feet. We have a mixed environment of enterprise, HPC, high performance computing on our floor, and been utilizing Nlyte probably about 6 years. We use it for asset management, power, cooling studies, and futuristic looks into some of our environments that we want to change. So at Sandia's, we have 2 hats. So basically we have enterprise and HPC. So a lot of our systems we're going into liquid cooling, and we want to understand the efficiencies of these liquid cooled systems and for future designs to expand our data center. So right now we have a negative pressure liquid cooled system as the first one in the United States. So we're going to do a case study and do a paper, but we're using Nlyte to enable us to get the metrics that we need to understand our flows, our temperatures, our kW draw per versus the liquid coming in, so we could see how effective and efficient we are in our data center. And on the enterprise side, we just went to a new storage system. It's 2.5 racks. It's going to replace like 12 racks sitting on the enterprise side. So basically we look not only from a perspective of floor space, but we're looking at the energy it's saving, the power, the cooling, and the space. So if this is the wave of the future, then we could take a look at maybe consolidating some of our enterprise footprint and look at the metrics that Nlyte's enabling us to do for this systems. The life cycle perspective, so it also enables you for budgeting. So basically you could look into your budgets 2 or 3 years down the road and understand what you're going to have to budget for as far as hardware and also supporting infrastructure. So say for instance, run hours on a motor or PDUs or whatever you're doing. So if you have good metrics with that and use a decent tool, it enables you to become more efficient in your budgeting, not only for the next year, but years way in the future. So, and then from a planning perspective, if you have many systems on your floor and you're going to virtualization or the cloud or whatever it may be, you still need the hardware. However, you're combining these forces. No, that's not me bubbling. That's just, it's not my stomach. Anyway, so it enables you to really give your management a good idea of how to budget these systems. Well, the justifications is just the time consumption of doing that and the human element. You're taking the human element out of that, and basically it's all automated. So these numbers that you're crunching and you're placing in your spreadsheet, they're hand calculations or they're good calculations through your spreadsheet, but the data center itself is evolving. It evolves daily. And so basically with the DSIM tool, you have an automated solution to that. So you don't, the only thing you have to do is keep up with the software, the changes to the software, but you don't have to keep recalculating or doing different calculations because of your infrastructure changing. We also tie into the BMS system, which enables us to understand what's happening in our environment outside the data center. So basically our chillers, our pumps, fans, power input, even our generator system. So what it does is interface with the DSIM tool, and it sends us alerts when a fan turns off or a system gets hot, or even when the generator starts, even when we're testing. So we tie that to our alert system, which creates a work order, and it sends it to all of us and our NOC or SOC, which is manned 24/7. So they have eyes, they have visual to everything that's happening, not only inside the data center, but outside the data center. So they basically can respond or be a lot more proactive than reactive. If you haven't ever had a DSIM tool, the very first year you're going to be excited about it, because basically I waited for like, I've been in the business for many, many years, so I waited like 20 years for this to develop. I waited and waited and waited. And once a DSIM tool was available and matured, there's no doubt in my mind that we were going to deploy it, and we deployed it, and we haven't looked back since. The very first year was very enabling for us and the team members around us and your staff, because we share it with everyone in our staff, so it enables them to take a look at a vision into the data center without going in there. So it helps in a lot of different areas.